So time for math class. So today you guys are going to be completing parts of 257, 258 in your book, and then you will be doing some work on your interactive worksheets. You will be doing perimeters today. Remember, perimeters is the area around a space. So if we're finding the perimeter of a rectangle, we will use the formula 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. If we're finding the perimeter of a triangle, we will use the formula side plus side plus side. If we are finding the perimeter of a square, we will use the formula 4s, or 4 times the side. Okay? When you are writing your measurements in or your answers in, you have got to be sure that you put in there your unit of measurement being used. If you were multiplying 2 feet times 4 feet plus 2 feet times whatever, your answer has to have your measurement unit, feet, in it, or it will not be correct, okay? So be sure that you are writing your units of measurement in your answers. Go ahead and on page 257, I want you to look at section 3. It says, solve these story problems. Letter A says, John can walk to school in 3/4 of an hour. He says he can ride to school on his bike in 1/3 of that time. How long does it take him to ride his bike to school? So remember, when we talk about of something, when we use the word of, we are just simply going to multiply. So your problem is just going to look like 3/4 times 1/3. 1/3, yes, I'm sorry. 3/4 times 1/3. So we will cancel out our 3's. And 1 times 1 is 1. And 1 times 4 is 4. So it takes 1/4 of an hour for him to get to school. Pretty simple. Letter B, it says Victoria begins work at 7:45 a.m. and she works 8 hours, taking a half hour off for lunch. What time does she get off work? So the easiest way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to take 7:45, and it says she works 8 hours. So I'm going to say, I'm going to count on my fingers 8 hours from 7:45. So we have 7:45, 8:45, 9:45, 10:45, 11:45, 12:45, 1:45, 2:45, 3:45. So 8 hours would be 3:45, okay? But then it says she takes 30 minutes off for lunch, because we're trying to figure out what time she gets home. She takes a 30-minute lunch. So 8 hours would be 3:45, but she takes 30 minutes lunch. She works 8 hours. 30 minutes lunch has to be added to that 3:45. So 3:45 plus 30 minutes. Now, I have to think of a clock when I do this. My brain just works, I don't know, that's just how I have to do it. So here's my 45 is over here at my 9, okay? Then I have 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? So 45 is over here. So that's what time she would get off work, at 3:45. So if I count 30 more minutes around the clock, I would have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So now my minute hand would be over here. So I've now 3:45. I've now went and passed 4 o'clock, because my next hour would be 4 o'clock, and I've went past the 12. So it would be 4, 5, 10, 15. So she leaves work at 4:15. Does that make sense? Okay? Hopefully that does. If not, rewind the video and look at it again. Okay? Letter C. Anna bought 3 bookmarks for 75 cents. At that rate, how much would 9 bookmarks cost? So if she bought 9 bookmarks, and we're talking about 3 cents each, first we just have to say 9 divided by 3 is what? 3, because she bought 9, and they were 3 for 75 cents, okay? So we're going to take our 3 and multiply it by 75 cents. 5 times 3 is 15, put 5 down, carry the 1. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 1 is 22. That wasn't right. And it's $2.25 for the bookmarks. Okay? And then Allison picked 3/4 bushel of green beans for her aunt. Her aunt gave her 1/5 of them. What part of a bushel did she receive? So we're going to say 3/4 times 1/5. We can't cancel anything out, so 3 times 1 is 3, and 4 times 5 is 20. So she received 3/20 of that bushel. Okay? Go ahead and look at page 258. On 258, you're going to complete this on your own. It's kind of hard for me to do it with you. But I'm going to talk to you about it and get y'all started, and I think you'll be fine because we do well on our graphs. Remember, each and every graph begins with a what. It must have what at the top of it? A title. So the title of our graph in section number 5 is Fish Caught During Vacation. So then down the side, they have the days of the week from vacation: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Across the bottom is the scale, the fish, the number of fish that they caught. So this is a bar graph, so you're going to draw across and just draw the bars across to the appropriate days, okay? It says on Wednesday they caught 3 fish, on Thursday 7 fish, on Friday 5, and on Saturday 8. That'll be easy for you guys to do. And then section 6, complete the graph, and then find the average. So the title of this graph is, this is a line graph, they're fun, is spelling test scores. So if you notice down the side, you have the scores. It looks like they go by twos there. And then across the bottom, you have the spelling test numbers. Okay, so you are going to look up at the green and blue box right under the directions, complete the line graph. And you have test 1, so you're going to go down there to the 1 at the very bottom, and it says the score was 91. So you're going to follow up your lines there on the very first line of the line graph, and you're going to go 84, 86, 88, 90. The next line is 92, so you're going to put your dot right in between on that very first line, right in between 90 and 92. Of course, that would be 91, okay? And then you're going to go to test number 2. Follow your, across the bottom where the tests are, go to the number 2, and the score was 97. Follow the number 2 line up until you get to between 96 and 98 would be 97. You'll plot your dot right there, okay? And you'll finish that up. At the bottom on section A, don't worry about drawing the line segments. You don't have to do that. And there will be no need to take pictures or turn anything in. I will be grading and looking at what is on your interactive worksheet, okay? So you guys have a good rest of your day. I love you, and I'll see you at video call.